Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another shoutcast for you today, this time in the Love Cup, and we're taking a look at PJ's team. So, as you guys know, I'm bad with pronunciations. I had a speech problem when I was younger. It doesn't really matter, I'm just saying. So I'm not going to pronounce the name, I'm just going to go with PJ. So thank you so much for submitting these battles, and he did say that I inspired him to do PvP in the first place. So that's awesome, I really do appreciate that, and I'm glad you are another hashtag battler, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at his team. He does have Scolipede. So Scolipede, I think, is really good for this cup. A lot of you guys probably think it. But it has Poison Jab, X's, and Sludge Bomb. And then we're looking at Electrode with Volt Switch, Discharge, and Foul Play. And Alomomola with Waterfall, Psychic, and Hydro Pump. So really solid team. In fact, I actually might want to try this team. I did invest in the Scolipede today that I will be using. I think it's a great Pokemon. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into the commentary and see what these battles have to offer. So going for the Sludge Bomb, that was a nice catch on the opponent's end to catch that Sludge Bomb with Crustle, because Crustle does heavily resist it, although it still did a pretty good amount of damage, right? But either way, Alomomola, super tanky, able to take that hit. So let's see what's coming in. Going to be a Shadow Scissor. Okay, very nice. So Psychic coming out from this Alomomola. And it's going to be resisted, but Shadow Scyther, or not Scyther, Scizor is super squishy that it still does a lot of damage, and the Waterfall is also doing a lot of damage. So X's are coming through, but it's not able to connect. And can this Waterfall down? Yes, it can. So able to Waterfall down, in comes that Medicham. Medicham does have a charge attack, likely a Power Punch. No, going to be Ice Punch. Going to be Ice Punch that is resisted, and the opponent's going to leave because that game was over. So really well played. Very good first game, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next game. But we do have two sets for you today, so really exciting. Okay, picking up an amazing lead, Scolipede into Wigglytuff. You'll love to see it. So that Wigglytuff will have to switch. It does switch into Alomomola. Out comes the Electrode. Super fast switch. So, of course, Electric is strong against water, so this does favor Electrode, but it does have to shield this as well, because Electric doesn't resist water, and those waterfalls are chunking away. That Psychic would have done a lot, and Alomomola would have actually been able to beat Electrode. So you do still have to shield, but definitely favorable. You can see that Discharge didn't even take out that Alomomola. Wow, Discharge from an Electrode. That's how tanky that fish is. So going for another Discharge, and okay, going to get the shield from Clefable. That is amazing. Able to get to, no, not able to get to another one. The charm does faint down, but that's okay. That means more farm for Scolipede. So Scolipede is coming in. Yep, looks like he's farming up quite a bit of extra energy, going for the Sludge Bomb. So this Sludge Bomb coming out, this will be enough to KO that Clefable. And the opponent does decide to shield. Okay, switching out now into Alomomola. So it looks like Alomomola wants to have a piece of the action. Going to be hit with Medium Mesh. That was a very nice switch. Able to catch that Medium Mesh. It is resisted on this pink fish. So able to take that just fine. Now it gets to a Psychic. Going to go ahead and go for the Psychic. So this Psychic doing a lot of damage. Yeah, this is a good game. I mean, these waterfalls are chunking away. And even you don't even have to shield. Yeah, you don't even have to shield. Allow Alomomola to go down from the play rough. Bring in Scolipede and farm down, and able to beat that Wigglytuff, and here comes another Clefable. I just noticed that this was actually double charm, but, you know, Scolipede loves seeing double charm, so able to take out that Clefable. It was still a pretty close match, though, so still a pretty close match, but very well done. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game in just a moment. Okay, here we go. Here's the next game. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the next game. So Scolipede onto Alomomola. Sorry about that little freeze, by the way. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully that's not consistent throughout the video. But if it is, you know, I probably won't upload it. So if it only happens in between battles, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So Sludge Bomb going into Alomomola. Alomomola did go ahead and shield and going for the charge attack. Going to be that Psychic that definitely will KO. So taking shield advantage, in comes this Electrode to do quite a bit of damage. Charging up a little bit of extra energy, I like that. Going for the Discharge, this will be enough to KO. So as you can see, it does KO. And in comes, okay, another Charm User. Charm User is very popular. Wigglytuff and Clefable, very popular in this meta. So Discharge coming out. And that will do a good amount of damage. Trying to get to one more Discharge, not able to do so. Charm just does so much damage. In comes Alomomola. And, okay, going to yeah, going to definitely shield it. You have to shield this because down to the last Pokemon. So I think this Alomomola will attempt to farm down, but no, in comes the Crustle. Crustle is weak to Waterfall. Alomomola able to take these fast attacks from this Crustle because of how tanky it is. Able to take that X's as well, calling the bait. Beautiful. If that was a Rock Slide, it wouldn't have KO'd, but it would have gotten it low. So, okay, getting the shield, and now this Alomomola can shield the next attack. Going to have to shield this one for sure. And I think that's game over, right? Going to shield this attack, X's it, and then able to farm down. And yeah, he has a Psychic. He has a Psychic. Yeah, that's game over. Wow. That was actually a very close game. That was a nice call with Alomomola not to shield the X's from the Crustle. So if that was a Rock Slide, it would have been a loss. So very nice call. Sometimes you have to make those risky calls. Sometimes they pay off, and sometimes they don't. If that was a Rock Slide, would have lost that. But it's okay. Anyway, we have a freeze here as well. I don't know what happened in this video, but, I think it's okay. I think it was the way it was submitted to me, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. Again, if it happens in between battles, I guess it's not really a big deal. It would be more so a big deal if it happened during the battle, but I guess we'll just tough it out. We'll chalk it up to, we'll just chalk it up to, what am I trying to say? To as if we were waiting for an opponent to find a match, right? Waiting for him to find a match. You guys get the point. I lost my train of thought. Let's move on. We have Electrode getting hit with Weather Ball, able to take it, although this Charm is resisting Volt Switch. Going for the Discharge. Okay, so Discharge is actually resisted, so I think the way you want to go is Foul Play because it's neutral. But it didn't matter because getting the shield from Cherrim anyway. So Electrode is going to go ahead and shield up this Weather Ball. Cherrim does get to these Weather Balls really fast. Another Weather Ball coming out, getting another shield from this Electrode. So Electrode going to go ahead and shield that Weather Ball. In comes Scrafty. Okay, so Scrafty going to be hit with a Discharge. So this Discharge is probably going to connect. Yep, going to connect. Oh, the opponent's out of shields. Okay, so switching out into Scolipede. Oh, did he catch a Power Punch? If so, that's a really nice catch. No, Foul Play. Okay, Foul Play doing a lot of damage. But this X is a... Does this X is a KO? It probably KOs, right? It's super effective. Am I wrong? No, actually it's neutral. But it still KOs anyway. So in comes the Cherrim. Cherrim does have Weather Ball loaded. You can see how fast it is. I know some people loving Cherrim in this cup as well. A couple of my friends, they use Cherrim and they have a lot of success with it. But anyway, Wigglytuff coming in, going to be hit with this Discharge. So this Discharge going to connect, doing quite a bit of damage. And now in comes this Alomomola. And yeah, I think Alomomola is going to be able to get this one. I mean, can the Wigglytuff get to a move? No. Oh, going to attempt to farm down. Able to get the farm down. Wow, able to get that farm down and able to go for the Psychic. Very well done. I thought that Wigglytuff was going to get to a move, but I guess it couldn't. But either way, able to take that game. Wow, very well done, my friend. Very well done, but able to win that one. Okay, so here we go with the freezing again, but that's okay. It's probably the way they had recorded the battle, so I'm not really too sure. But either way, we're moving on to the next game. It's okay. I won't mention it again. You guys will just know. But here we go into the next battle. Scolipede into Clefable. You love to see it. You love to see it. So this Scolipede absolutely going to town. Clefable staying in. Very interesting. Now, Scolipede is a squishy Pokemon, right? So it's still taking a lot from Charm, even though it's resisting it. But picking up a shield from that Clefable, so nice shield bait. The Scolipede could shield as it does and farm down, so it looks like that's what it's going to do. Going to shield that Meaty Mesh that would have KO'd. And yeah, able to farm down the Clefable. So able to win that match. So very nice. In comes Scrafty, so going for these X-Scissors, has multiple X-Scissors to go for. So X-Scissor number 1, doing a good amount of damage. Oh, switching out into Electrode. Okay, I like it. So Electrode going to be hit with this move. I think I would have just thrown my attacks with Scolipede, but that's okay. Let's see. Maybe wanting to save the Scolipede just in case there's another Charm user in the back. But it looks like the opponent is not switching out, so there could be something weak to Electrode. We don't know. So this Scrafty is going to go ahead and go for most likely a Power Punch. Yep. And that will boost the attack of counter. And yeah, Electrode's going to faint. But that's okay. So what do you bring in now? I think that Scolipede has an X-Scissor ready to go. So they could immediately go for that. But no, bringing in a Alomomola to farm down. Now, okay. Will it shield? Because if this is a foul play, it's boosted. No going to be that acid spray. That was a nice play by the opponent. I was not expecting acid spray. We see a Parasect. As long as this doesn't KO, Psychic will KO Parasect. Oh, it's X's. It's not going to KO. But yeah, Psychic should KO, right? I mean, it's super effective. Parasect, I don't think is very tanky, so it should KO. Actually, never mind. It doesn't even KO. Wow. Okay, for some reason I thought that was going to KO. I was totally wrong. But in comes this Scolipede to go for Sludge Bomb to KO the Parasect. And Scolipede farms down. I mean, obviously I've never battled against... Not obviously, but I've never battled against the Parasect. But, yeah, I mean, it didn't KO. I thought it would, but either way, that was a 5-0. Wow, 5-0. Very impressive, my friend. Very impressive. Picking up a C-Dot. Yeah, as I said, I might try this team. I kind of like the idea of Scolipede in the back. So maybe Alomomola in the lead and Scolipede. That's just for my view on it if I were to try the team, but we'll see. Okay, so picking up a good lead considering Scolipede does resist counter and power up punch. But, foul play is going to do a lot. So it's like, do you shield? Yeah, it looks like Scolipede will shield. It is going to be that foul play, so nice shield from that Scolipede. They switch into Charizard. Out comes this Alomomola. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You love to see it, so Alomomola can just farm down. It could take Blast Burn. It could take 2 Blast Burns, I think. So out comes Dragon Claw. Certainly take Dragon Claw. Look how tanky that is. It could take a Blast Burn or Dragon Claw. It doesn't matter. I think it's going to be Dragon Claw. Yeah, it's going to be Dragon Claw, but Alomomola is so thick, it could take it. So it doesn't care. So let's see what comes out. So it is going to be that Scrafty. Okay, going for the Psychic. So Psychic is resisted, but I still think it's the way to go. Let's see if you get a shield. Yeah, going to get the shield. The opponent was afraid of the Hydro Pump. Okay, it looks like they're going to farm down. No, going for the Power Up Punch. Does this actually KO? It actually does not even KO. Scrafty gets a little bit more farm. Scrafty is such a good Pokemon as well. But in comes Scolipede going for the Sludge Bomb. Will the Scrafty decide to shield? Do they actually have a shield? They do have a shield, but they did not shield. In comes Medicham. Okay, so double fighting. I've battled double fighting myself. Okay, so out comes this charge attack going to be X-Scissor. So that is shielded by Medicham. And it looks like this Medicham does get to a move, so Scolipede is going to opt to shield it. So it's going to be a Psychic, so nice shield that obviously would have KO'd. And going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb, and this is going to KO that Medicham. Well, I shouldn't say that. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. So this Electrode comes out, and Electrode is going to be able to win. So I've been calling a lot of these Pokemon I've never seen before in battle, like Scolipede. So it's like I'm not familiar with the matchups, Some I think is going to KO, sometimes I think it's not going to KO, but it does more, it does less. I'm not super familiar with it. But that's totally fine. So we're going to move on, going up against the next opponent right now. So it is an Ace versus a Veteran, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is not a good matchup for Scolipede, so you gotta get out. So into Electrode, out comes that, out comes Cherrim, so Foul Play is going to be neutral to Cherrim. So this Foul Play is going to do a decent amount. I mean, even Volt Switch is doing a decent amount to it. I think another Foul Play KO is going for the Discharge now. Let's see how much Discharge does. It actually is shielded, so the Cherrim does want to win this matchup. This is going to be a Weather Ball. Electrode is not going to shield it. It doesn't do too much, but this Cherrim is going to be able to get to another one. It does go for it. Will the Electrode decide to shield? They do not shield. Okay, so Weather Ball will KO, so giving up that, but able to bring in Scolipede. Now, Scolipede is going to take a lot from Weather Ball, so it's going to shield. Now, can the opponent get to another Weather Ball before they farm down? I think. No, they cannot. I think they just got to it. But anyway, in comes Crystal, out comes Alomomola. In comes Scolipede of their own. Okay, very nice. So this Alomomola wants to go for the Psychic, but the Charge Attack coming out. Going to shield it. It could be an X-Scissor. It is. So, unfortunate shield, but yes, still wants to try and KO this Scolipede. So going to go for the Psychic. That will get the shield from the opponent. And this opponent is likely to go for a Sludge Bomb. Can the Alomomola survive this? And let's see. I think it survives it. It definitely is going to survive it. But can it farm down? I think you have to farm down and go for Psychic against the Charizard. Or maybe Hydro... No, against Crystal. Yeah, Crystal. Not Charizard. But yeah, able to go for the Psychic. The Hydro Pump there would have been really nice, but I don't think you get to it. Yeah, switching into this Scolipede, able to go for the Sludge Bomb. It's resisted, but this Crustle is really low, so I think he's actually going to pull this one out. Yeah, that's going to KO. Wow, able to come back from that Crustle. That was definitely a hard lead, but able to come back from it. Very well done. Very well done. Able to win that game. That was actually a really impressive game. That was a really good one. So thanks for sharing that battle with us. But going up against the next opponent, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this team, to be honest with you. So we have Scolipede into Scrafty. So let's see what happens in this situation. Looks like Scrafty is staying in. They'll probably go straight... okay, so it's a Sludge Bomb coming out from Scolipede. Scrafty will probably go straight Foul Play. But not going to shield that. Again, this is probably Foul Play, but Scolipede should be able to survive it. Definitely able to survive it. But the next one, you might want to shield, but they don't get to another one. That's huge. In comes this Crustle, but now you can let the Scolipede go down because it already did what it had to do. Just get some chip damage off with X-Scissor. Actually does decent damage, to be honest. But in comes Alomomola, able to waterfall down. In comes Electrode to fight this Wigglytuff. And we'll have to see how this plays out. I think Wigglytuff, I think, wins this match. Let's see. I mean, it should be... Yeah, for sure. You can see the damage difference. But Alomomola, I think, probably can waterfall down afterwards. And, I mean, the opponent will have to shield these attacks. So they're going to go ahead and shield that. Electrode goes down, but the opponent is out of shield. So you're going to have to start shielding. So we're going to go ahead and shield this. And I think the play is to... farm down? Let's see. Or actually, maybe you go for Psychic? No, it looks like he's going to farm down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. So going to be able to successfully farm down. Still has a shield. And going to be able to Hydro Pump this Crustle, which is definitely enough to delete it. So, very well done. Oh, man. It's nice to see a second charge move coming out from the Alomomola outside of Psychic, right? So, very well done. Very well done. Yeah, really impressed with this gameplay. I'm serious. I really enjoy these battles. Thank you so much. This must be your cup, the Love Cup, PJ, because this is really really great game. So Scolipede into Vileplume. This is a great matchup for the Scolipede. So the Vileplume has to get out of there, or I could stay. Let's see. Looks like it's staying. Okay, I mean the Razor Leaf is doing okay damage just because of how squishy Scolipede is, but Scolipede still dominates this matchup. So going to be able to win that without having to use a shield and still over 50%. Out comes Makago, switching into a Alomomola. Out comes Scrafty. Okay, that's fine. I think that's okay. I mean, obviously it would be nice to have the Alomomola for the Makago, but I think that's okay. I mean, you can't let the Scolipede get farmed down or anything. So, maybe I would have went into... No, I guess that was a fine play. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Psychic. I mean, the Electrode can still do fine against Makago as well. So this Scrafty going to go ahead and go for a move. Likely a Power Up Punch. Yep, going to be a Power Up Punch. And going to get another attack boost, which is not great. Can he get to a Psychic? No, cannot get to that Psychic. Going to bring in the Scolipede, going for the Sludge Bomb. So going for the Sludge Bomb, this will be enough to KO. It is going to be shielded though. Okay. So, tried to switch out. I saw that. Attempting to switch out, not able to do so. I think the Electrode's going to be able to clean up, but let's see. Able to switch after that. Another charge attack. Do you shield this? Yeah. Foul Play would do way too much. It's too boosted, right? So you got to shield that. And then able to Volt switch down. Barely able to. No, they pull the switch into Makago. So Electrode, this is actually a close game. Electrode is going to go for the discharge. And needs to get to one more. Oh, yeah. It's definitely be able to go for this. Doesn't even have to use a shield, so just in case Scrafty has a shield, has a move, Electrode still has a shield, but I don't think they do. But yeah, able to Volt Switch down that Scrafty and able to take that game. So that was great. That was absolutely fantastic. So, is that it for the set? Or do we have more games? No, it looks like we have more games. Okay, this might be the last one. I'm not really too sure. But let's go ahead and see what happens. So, Scolipede into Alomomola. Yeah, I might try this team on my stream. We'll see. I really like it. They switch into Clefable. That must have been a misclick. You don't go into Clefable against Scolipede. So it's probably a misclick, but it's okay. It happens to all of us. Can't really judge anybody by that. So Scolipede does get the shield, which is huge. And so Scolipede can win switch if it shields and farms down, and then it'll have quite a bit of energy. But as you can see, Scolipede's still taking a lot from Charm just because of how powerful Charm is. and how squishy Scolipede is, but it's still a favorable matchup for Scolipede, of course. So Scolipede going for the Sludge Bomb, powerful move, going to get the shield from that Alomomola, able to get to the X-Scissor. I didn't think he would make it. That is really awesome. So able to get to this X-Scissor, any bit of chip damage helps. So now you can bring in that Electrode, and Electrode, as you know, is definitely favorable. They do switch, double Fairy. So now we saw why they switched into that Fairy against Scolipede. Yeah, definitely a tough matchup. Double Fairy, not going to do too well. I mean, I guess it could do okay against this team. The Fairy's what in the back, so I don't know. But either way, this Alomomola is going to take this hit, not even going to bother shielding. It's going to be a play rough, totally fine, able to take it. And that Alomomola does farm down. Electrode has this game anyway, so you could let that opposing Alomomola farm down and go for the discharge, and I think that's enough to KO, but with how tanky that pink fish is, I'm not really too sure. Yeah, I think that was probably barely enough, but able to win that one nonetheless. So, was that the last game? I guess we'll find out. I haven't been keeping track of the second set. Yeah, another 5-0. Very nice. Congratulations. That is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your battles with us. I really do appreciate them. And, yeah, so it looks like, let's see. It looks like he's going to hit Veteran. So that's awesome. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day.